Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. I got a video today from Shusha Said.
New generation of women disgust me. Disgust me. She said it, not me. Not me. Not me.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
She said it. She said, I woke up this morning feeling some type of way. We have a dating and marriage coach here, dating and marriage educator. And my question to you is, how long do you think you could last giving advice, trying to guide modern women through the dating market today?
I would probably like rage quit and flip some tables like right out on the first day. If 5 women come in giving me there's a Lulu requests and expecting me to just get a man for them like that, yeah, just have to flip some tables.
Before you lose your mind, no more wasting time. Let's check it out.
Let's talk about the new generation of women.
Let's talk about it.
You guys are disgusting. And that's for real. Now, I'm not talking about all women, okay? Let me say that. But a very big majority of you all are such low level, are such low class, classless, disgusting, embarrassing. You guys are disgusting. And then you get mad when people are not clapping for the ignorance. You guys are shameful. And because of your disgusting low-class behavior, Black women are at the bottom.
Put that coffee down.
They're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. Put that coffee down.
People look at us as a science project. They don't understand us at all. The mindset, the way we carry ourselves, the things that we celebrate. It's so bad that men do not even want to commit to you guys.
Nope.
They don't want to be in a relationship with you.
Wow.
They just put you guys in situationships, pump you up with a baby, and there you go, another single mama. And then you guys want to celebrate that like that is something so big and something so, we're supposed to admire that.
Right.
There is nothing admirable about that, okay? You guys are a reflection of bad parenting, a reflection of no parents, a reflection of fatherless behavior.
Damn.
That's what you guys look like, okay? Well, that's what you guys are. Put it like that, all right? And then again, you want to get upset when people are not clapping for the ignorance. You want to call it judging. You want to call it, yeah, it is judging.
It is.
Okay? And if you was backing out,
I say it. Judgy McJudgerson over here. I'm going to judge.
yeah, you will be judged until your behind wouldn't even want to come out the door. Okay? Yeah, what you guys have decided to celebrate is horrific. People in other communities just look at us, all right? Because what you guys have decided to clap for is the most low-level behavior imaginable. People in other communities, they have husbands. They have families.
Asians is the most married community, I believe. It's starting to go down a little bit, but it's still the highest, I believe, and then Hispanics.
They don't go around getting pregnant by men, and the type of men y'all be getting pregnant from. Nasty looking men, rugged looking men, men who don't even look like they take baths. And y'all ignorant self be up there, yes, girl, do it, do it. Do you know how dumb you sound? Do you know how dumb you look? But I guess I'd be dumb too if I ain't have no parents. I guess I'd be a dummy too if I had parents who didn't care about me. Yeah, I guess that's how it look when you haven't been raised by nobody.
We're just gonna let that sit.
My auntie.
Just let it sit. Just for a little bit. We ready? Let's check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say about this hot brew that was just served. Top comment here says, Daytona Beach spring break videos were genuinely heartbreaking. The Houston spring break videos are just disgusting. I'm from Houston too. Social media broke the world. No, don't blame social media. She had it right. Parents are important. Your parents set that standard of what's acceptable.
I mean, trust me, my parents set a high standard for me. Respect elders, respect everybody around you, the way you greet elders, with respect. This is just how I was done. When I didn't do these things, I got my ass beat. That's what happened. If I didn't go say hi to my aunts, I have 5 aunts. I have every single event or every single party when I was growing up. I literally had to go to every single aunt and greeted her properly. If I did not do that, I would get in trouble. They would literally go ask my aunt, did he introduce himself to you? That was the standard that I was brought up into. Like, no, elders are the most, they get the most respect. Does not matter what happens. You always go say hi to them. You always greet them. Here, we treat elders quite different.
It's not. The continued support and encouragement, because it's one thing to learn from your mistakes, but to sit there and have other chicks say that fathers aren't needed, marriage isn't that important, it's just a piece of paper, I can raise up a young man without a father, it all leads to this. Next comment he reads, I'm so happy my mom was strict growing up. I get it now. She understands.
No, I get it. My dad ruled with an iron fist. We're talking about an iron fist in the household. I totally understand it. Was I happy about it growing up? Fuck no. But now as I grew up, I understand it. I understand it very well.
Here's another person who says, I have 3 sons. I'm worried about them finding wives.
Now they're worried.
Worried about them finding wives. Somebody else here says, unfortunately, my son is dating a Japanese girl now in college. Why is that unfortunate? He probably
She's not black.
At this point, just be happy that he's found someone who he can invest in. She goes on to say, me and my husband tried to guide him back to black women, but he said he tried and he's not compatible. Imagine how I felt because I met his father in college 20 years ago. Somebody else here says, unfortunately, well, like, let's be honest. People like to pretend, right? But this is the coffee pot. White people, when they're like white parents, in most cases, they're not going to say it because they don't want to be offensive.
Correct.
White people, no.
Asian parents. You know what my dad told me? Or what my mom told me before she passed? Just get married. Anybody but a black woman. She literally said that, right? And I'm not mad at her for saying that. I'm not going to call my mom racist or anything, but I can see why she would do that way, right? Because she feels a way about certain things, right?
I would rather their kids marry or date.
But my dad is like, I want you to marry a Cambodian girl, like specifically a Cambodian girl. And I'm like, I'm going to marry whoever I marry, like whoever fits the mold.
Their race. Now, what would they say if you go around, do a street interview and put a camera in their face? It doesn't matter to us, right, hon? Because they know that even though it's not, you're going to accuse them of being racist. Black people would rather. Asian people would rather the same thing. I said this. Hispanic people would rather the same thing. Most people, parents, probably would rather. Why? Because most people typically date their own race. We're typically more attracted to their own race. Now, with that being said, you have to have nuance to anything in life. Ultimately, I just hope my children find people who they love, even though they're not as fortunate as I am to be married to someone who I am ideally attracted to, which is my black wife.
So I heard about this relationship coach that quit due to all of these unrealistic demands that many women have brought to her. And the reason why she quit was because there was no way she could make any of these women happy. Now, mind you, I've said this in the past. There is no way you could demand so many things from a man that you are not even demanding for yourself.
Correct.
You do understand that the reflection of who you are, the reflection of who you are is what you are going to attract. You get that, right? No? Let me break it down to you. You should not be asking from any man as a woman all of these things that you don't have yourself, including the job, including the salary, including clothing, designer
Lifestyle.
clothing, including the car that he drives, including the house that he has, where he lives, how he lives. The list goes on. Ladies, please, I am telling you this right off the rip. I know that there are some men out there that all they want to do is be the man with the money.
Sure.
You know why they say this? Because majority of you women, that's all you are looking for is for the man with the money.
Correct.
So that is all they are focused on, is
Correct.
getting to the bag. What happened to relationships?
You're right. Women tailor men's behavior very well, right? But by their own preferences and what they want and how they want to mate, right? If they wanted men to commit and not fuck around and do all these things, men would do it because they want the sex, they want the relationship, right? But women told men and taught men these things. Now men do it.
Where you got with someone because you actually like them for who they are. And yeah, you need that security, no problem. But make sure you're secure yourself. Make sure that you have the house, that you have the car, you have the bank account. So if anything was to ever go left, you can take care of that man. Because it takes two, not just one. It takes two. Really self-reflect and look at all of the reasons why you truly want to be in a relationship today, right now, if that is something that you want to do. That is all I'm saying. So you could demand all of these things from these men, but imagine if these men were demanding all of these things from you. Really think about that and be mature about it.
That with you on why I'm leaving this side of it, because the expectations are so unrealistic, because you can't have expectations like that and no preparation. You don't even study men. Like how do you want a man and you don't study even how to talk to a man?
Correct.
You don't even study, how men process. You don't even study so
much ego and pride. There's nothing. It's just they demand these traditional, like I said, traditional men, but they want to be modern and wonder why they're not attracting certain men. They're barely.
You women don't have any problems expressing yourself when it's something negative to a male. But let a woman come up here and we have to have a real talk moment. All of a sudden, I don't like this show because I feel low. You don't like the show because your ass don't want to take direct criticism. And you know what? That's why your ass is going to be watching me as long as I do the show. And you ain't going to get a man because you...
Last year and the beginning of this year, I stopped matchmaking. And the reason I stopped matchmaking is because I literally was I can't handle female clients. I was a matchmaker that matched females. And I had a few male clients, but predominantly I was matching women. And listen, it was such a valuable lesson for me, because what I learned is that the average woman doesn't really want just a good man. She doesn't want a husband. What she's really wanting are these standards or ideas that she has of what a man is supposed to be. But this is nothing what men are. This is not realistic for who men are, how they think, what they value. It's just this preconceived, idea that...
Yeah, they think it's called build a husband. I need this part here, a little motion over here.
That women have of who men should be. But this is not reality, okay? So literally, the standards here that I see consistently in women that stay single, do not get married, and the difference between women and wives is understanding, one, that men are not women. He's not going to be your best friend like your best girlfriend. You can't talk to him like that. They don't talk like that. They don't talk that much. They're not so sensitive and girly the way we...
Next comment here says, the respect is gone. Another person who says, I'm a black woman and I agree 100%, 1,000%. Another person who says, this is a public service announcement. Another person who says, I am a black woman and I appreciate this message. Here's somebody else who says she's not lying. Another person who says,
wow, I'm surprised so many women are agreeing with everything.
This is so true. It's bad. It's very, 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 very bad. And yes, because it's so bad, men will go and look elsewhere, no matter how much you try to act like it doesn't bother you. It will affect you. It will affect you. Uncomfortable conversations, but even more uncomfortable situations that are created by not having these conversations. This is hilarious, by the way. Giant Mike, speak louder, she says. Please, please, they want to hear the truth. Yeah, it's always interesting to me that it's the same pattern. When I said earlier, like, how long would you be a female dating coach before you kind of lose it? I've seen people sort of quit, lose it, explode, just like this. Remember there was a lady who went by the name of Rebecca Lynn Pope, really big on YouTube at some point. And she kind of, one point was talking down on Kevin Samuels and saying, you know, he's a bit too harsh. And sure, you know, you're allowed to have that opinion if you believe that, sure. And then she snapped one day. And I reacted to the video. I was like, oh, look who it is. There was no disrespect, but obviously she was sounding exactly, if not worse, than what she was accusing him of being. And another situation people did not expect, when the so-called Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, let me bring it up here. Remember when she said, I don't know if she was on the Breakfast Club because I'm not seeing the video come up here, but she said there are more good single men out here than good single women. Her fan base lost it because she decided to speak the truth.
Yep.
Now, they won't agree with this at all, but she said it. And it's not that we care what she thinks. I'm just saying this is one of their queens, right? And the black community, especially. Black women really look up to her. I don't think she gained points with telling the truth there. But based on her experience, trying to guide women to something that she's never had, which is a marriage, and that's just the truth here. That's just the truth. They were devastated, I'm sure, by hearing that news. I am curious, though, to see, maybe it'd be too much for YouTube, but I'm going to see Daytona Beach spring break. Let's see what they're talking about here, what's happening. That was a gunshot, right?
I don't blame any of the restaurants or the beaches for charging astronomical prices for spring break this year. Y'all really thought y'all was gonna go into people's restaurant broke? I seen a girl who said that, oh, they charging $300 per table. Yes, I would be too. Y'all not finna come in here with y'all slides, lashes, and lace fronts, book bags and shit.
Oh, I see. So they bring up the prices to keep them out. Good.
Just to run out, just to do a dine and dash. No. In order to even sit in my restaurant, you're going to have to pay a fee. That ensures me that you're not finna dine and dash. All I've seen from Houston and Daytona Beach was a bunch of nonsense. That's it. So y'all really just went to spring break just to get in the fights? Just to get a...
That's a great idea. Rack up the prices. We're charging the cards before you eat. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, order outside. And this is for everybody, right? Just wouldn't single people out. For that particular time, rack up the prices. This makes a lot of sense.
Arrested? Like, y'all didn't even have any fun. It's the fact that half of y'all knew the people that y'all bought with y'all didn't have any money, so y'all couldn't even enjoy it.
Correct.
Y'all had, y'all could see the look on their faces. They were literally just standing around.
Yeah. So I don't think this, her video was necessarily about spring break as much as it was her opinion on the women who she probably tries to counsel and dating and relationships. That's what I think she was focusing on here.
I came across this video and I was like, wow, that sounds like something I would say. But when I say it, I'm a hater. I'm hating. Why would I be hating? I have no desire to look like that. Although I am a married woman, if I was single, I want men to take me seriously. I don't want men looking at me like I'm a clown. I don't want men looking at me as a sexual experiment. I don't want that.
We don't want the fake lips and the fake butt and the fake all that shit. We don't want none of that. If you're looking for marriage and love and honor and respect and loyalty, if you don't carry that for yourself, how are you going to expect a man to carry that for you?
And I know this truth have you guys triggered. However, I provide winning dating advice, result-driven dating advice, proven and tested dating advice. I like to say that my dating advice is not for all women because all women are not ready for this level of dating advice.
And they never will be, some of them.
Smart dating advice for smart women. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to continue saying it. Quality men do not want women that look like that. Quality men.
Agreed.
Remember, I told you.
I don't hate on it. Like, the more women that are willing to tell the truth, doesn't matter how they got to the truth. They're willing to speak out in the truth, speak out against the world, speak out to younger women. Hey, I'm proud of them. Some things need to change. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. See you guys next time. Ciao.